Alright, this has been a weird thing. Okay. I'm here to try Castlevania Anniversary Collection. This was given away on Steam for free. Really nice. These are the classic games. We're gonna showcase that soon. I don't know what, but I don't know if it's Steam, I don't know if it's Epic Games, I don't know if it's Windows. But for some reason it just kept not wanna work with the Steam overlay, and like I had 5 different Epic games launched through Steam to get, you know, my Gamesir T4 Kaleid running in Switch controller mode to work with the Steam input, and I had game just freezing. I had game that previously worked that didn't get the Steam overlay working. Now I can kinda get the Steam overlay working here, but it's a bit buggy. But at least now my controller works. Previously I just don't. It didn't work. I rebooted my computer. I don't know why that should in any way fix it, but that's all I've done. So, Castlevania Anniversary Collection, I looked the price. Again, this was free. Unfortunately, I did not get the video out in time for the free release window. And it's currently, I believe, on sale for very cheap. €4, so you should be able to probably catch this game in future on sales if you want that. So let's press a button here. So there are a few things that let me turn down the great audio. We're gonna turn it down a little bit there. So there are a few things that is a little bit weird, right? You have all the games. Let's showcase that. So the classic Castlevania, Simon's Quest, Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 4, or Super Castlevania, the Castlevania Adventure, Castlevania Belmont's Revenge, and Castlevania Bloodlines, Kid Dracula, apparently not. I think this has like some kind of English translation that have not been released previously. This is some extra stuff, but as you can see, there is no settings. I can't like remap my controls here. That's why I really want to have Steam input working. I can't change if there's any CRT filters, like stretch, widescreen, 4:3 ratios, or anything like that. And I did try this first previously, just with keyboard controls, and I'm like, I couldn't find any like pause menu settings or anything like that. But I read that there should be some per game settings that you should be able to see, so I'm hoping that's gonna work with the controller in game. Also, another thing is that this game starts in like a windowed kind of launcher mode, so I don't. It's kind of weird that this wouldn't start in like a maximized full screen window or something like that, but like this is like a 1080p-ish, 1440p-ish, somewhere in that range of like a windowed mode here for me. Because if you're just getting this game, you probably just want it to be a full screen menu, full screen and everything. So let's start the first one here. Watch replay, okay. So is this recording my gameplay automatically? It's a nice feature, but like no settings, no nothing. Okay, looks like the Nintendo version. I think that this is in many ways just being emulated in some way or another. Okay, that's a save. Wait, what? Okay. It seems like the left trigger brings up like some kind of menu here. I'm gonna check like what the hell are the options for this one. So you have a save replay. Okay, you have save, you have load, you have a manual. Well, this is not a traditional classic manual. This is some kind of modernized manual, I guess. But yeah, I could not, when I tried this on keyboard quickly, I couldn't find the key to get into these settings, and I don't understand why there is no like global settings. And this game is still running in like the 1080 1440p-ish window mode. Why is it not in full screen here? I don't think it even started in any full screen mode. I'm pretty certain it just ran in this window mode by default. But let's display settings. Original, okay. Pixel perfect seems to change something. This is just stretching it. Yeah. Scan lines. Pixel perfect with scan lines, or 16:9 with scan lines. Very limited, I guess. I don't even know what this one does. Let's go. What is frame? Type A, type B, type C. Okay, so this adds on the sides something. I guess we can go for type B. It looks a little bit nicer, I guess. Saving controls. Can I remap? Yes, you can. Kinda. How? No, you cannot. Okay. You cannot remap, as it looks like. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is a little bit weird. Okay, now I see how they are doing it. So you can... I wanted it, again, with my Gamesir T4 here. That's why I use Steam input. Like the back buttons are mapped to the right and left stick click. And I love to use those back buttons for like jump, crouch and stuff like that. And here you can only rebind A, B, X, Y, left button and right button. And right trigger, not the left trigger is hard-coded to the menu thing here. And select and start buttons here, or the options buttons, what they are called, they are hard-coded to the game's start select. I'm gonna guess that the left stick and the D-pad are hard-coded to movement. You cannot tweak that. And this is what we really would love to be able to use the nice Steam input here. Let's see if this is gonna work. And let's see, I want B to be jump, B jump, B A, B jump, B jump, B jump, B, B, B. And then this should be... I think this might work now. Yes, okay. So there's no way to really get into full screen here. It's a good audio here, you know. It definitely is weird. 60 frames per second. Just gonna calibrate the sticks a little bit. There we go. Left stick again is movement. Right stick is nothing, so you can't remap it to be movement or anything like that. It's unfortunate. And the D-pad works as intended. It runs at 60 frames per second here. It's lightweight and everything. It's pretty much feels just like an, you know, so far it feels like the emulator game. Input lag and everything seems very nice, nothing crazy. So I don't think we need very single threaded. I can see like one thread going up to like 20 plus something, another thread doing something in the background, but pretty much a single threaded emulator thing going on here. Since you don't have like added 16:9 support or anything like that, we can pretty much guess that this... Okay, there we go. How was it that you used? Yeah, okay, up and that one. Yeah, since this doesn't have like added extra 16:9 non-stretched mode or stuff like that, we can pretty much guess that this is just being emulated. And we can do this, right? You can see this is very stretched. This is really not a good thing. Scan lines, yeah. I wouldn't say that this really adds a lot of oomph for this one to me. Would have loved a little bit more stuff going on here. This very interesting. There's no like windowed mode of full screen toggle, which is just weird. This nice with built-in saves and like that. Okay. Can I go full screen? Okay, you can press Alt-Enter to go full screen, but you have no like settings for it or anything like that. All right, it's not. I don't feel it's particularly well done. So let's focus on the game now. A weird start. But the emulation here, it feels good. Audio and everything feels good. Let me crank the audio. It's a very low audio compared to the menu, so... Okay, the audio is now maxed out. There, okay. I like, this is what... I think this is nice, but when they release stuff like this, I wish it was like more... Like that the games offered more. Like this would have been more fun if you could buy a copy of the ROM and use in your whatever emulator you wanted to. Because there are so many nice... There's so many nice emulators that opens more filters, that adds... You can get like... Okay. It definitely is a tricky game here. So, oh, maybe not what I wanted to use. But yeah, there are many emulators that can add so much more filters, so much more customizations, extra stuff. And this is a very bare bone experience, and you are paying. Like if you pay, you get it. You know, a few of the games and everything is fun, but I know I feel they could do more. They really could offer more when they like give life to these classic games, and if they don't wanna like put in the work themselves, like if we could get legally just access to buying the ROMs, you know, there are many good options out there, and nice little emulators that just... Okay, so my heart does not refill my HP bar. Okay. I wanted to do that to try. Yeah, I do not remember how this works, but apparently I'm gonna soon be dead here. There we go. I don't remember what the heart did and what And how I can get my HP back? Okay, so the hearts are my... Okay. Okay, so the hearts are my special weapons. So that's how many times I can use the special weapon. My HP bar though, I might not be able to refill it. Okay, weird, it looks like I got some frame pacing problems here now. Oops. Oh, no, that's good. Alright. Right, seems to be running fine now. Player 2 lives or something like that. Okay. Yeah, it's... Here we go. It seems fine and everything. I never were a fan of the Castlevania games. I think the art style and everything fun, but you having this, you have a locked jump that's definitely gonna be off-putting to some, and every time you hit you kinda stop. But let's see if we can go out. Might be something I wanna try like on a stream, just mess around more with the games. Let's exit, let's try a different one. But yeah, this is really like, it's nothing bad per se that I'm experiencing. I think the sound, everything, input and the latency looks fine, but it does seem like this is pretty much a quick done, this one. And the audio levels here seems to be higher. Let me turn that one down. Like, if you were to get access to like buying the ROMs, you just... Oh, okay. Oh, here you have a... No, okay. It's a fixed jump height. Right. Nice. But yeah, I just feel they could do more. Like, there are so many like emulators that just offer so much more. Like, not even having like a full screen windowed mode toggle, no like general settings for... you don't even have like a general settings for... Whoa, oh! General settings for like if you want to have original or if you want to have scaling activated. Okay, that... Maybe I should have walked around, maybe I could speak to people in town, but I want to just try to... try the games a little bit here a few often now. It seems like... I wonder if it is the original, but sometimes when it's scrolled, there seems to be... What? Okay. Seems that there is something with how the scrolling here isn't as smooth as I would have liked. And again, like, we don't have any like VSync on-off options. There's It's just so little, like even how you customize controls are very limited. That looks like there is some graphical glitch going on. Probably due to the emulator thing that they're most likely using some kind of open. I don't think they're like probably not rewritten an emulator from scratch. There's probably some kind of glitch going on here in the emulator stuff there, or maybe it's supposed to be a half heart. It could be a half heart that it looks normal, but it looked a little bit weird to me. But it could have been a normal. I can't say I remember this game, so maybe the hearts are supposed to look like that, but it looks weird. That one, it looks weird, but maybe this is normal graphic for the heart. Yeah, but yeah, you know, it's like there's no big problems or anything, but it doesn't feel like they really put in the love you would have liked in a classic game. And like could have had maybe some performance or whatever, or frame generation upscale. Like there's so much that I feel could have been done. How am I supposed to get that? I can't really. Very tricky game. Oh right, and it looks like you have to do... right, you have to do this. Again, this could have been a global thing that you then could have tweaked per game. But you can't even... I'm gonna have to go, next time I go back, I'm gonna see if there is a global option by pressing the left trigger. I don't think so. It's just, again, like, where's my full screen and window mode toggle? Like, where any resolution settings, or window size settings, like, could have been so much more down here. But it is a fairly easy way to just... Okay, Arch 106 with... some slow down there. Again, mostly because it's just like emulated, so right, it seems to be running, seems to be good. I think I can quickly swap to another game to just give them all a quick run through here. Music, everything, I don't have any real problem with that. Seems to be going, sounding good here. No idea if I'm like just being absolutely an idiot by running like this. Maybe I should like talk to people or like find some quests to do, or... Yeah, we are dead here. There we go. Let's do another one. These are... it's fine. I think the first one could be fun for me to revisit a bit, but nothing that I'm really feeling... I don't have the like nostalgic vibe for it, so that's fine. So let me see. Left trigger. No, there is no way for any settings. You can't get into any settings, global settings. I would see that this could actually be a problem, because if you might not know that Alt plus Enter is the toggle for Windows and full screen back in the day. So you could buy this game and then just be locked in this window mode and you're like, hey, I want to play in full screen, I can't, this doesn't work. Oh, again. Just... what? Oh. Sure, that's fine. Because again, like, not even here, there's no full screen toggle. There's like, you only have like original, pixel perfect, or stretched, which is awful. And this one, that just makes it blurry, no real tweak to it. And you can add a little bit to the side. That's a nice, I think this is nice adding to the side. I like that. I like very limited remapping. What it is doing good, that it gives you a nice UI for saving and loading your own save states. But again, if you just have the ROMs in any legal way available, you can just toss this into, like, there's so many good emulators that just gonna let you just tweak it, have UIs, have filters, and just so much more. And this doesn't really, as an official, this is so bare bone. But you know, if you really love the bare bone feel and everything of it, this is definitely great. But to me, it just feels like they could have done so much more, and this looks not good. Is this how it's supposed to look? Maybe it is, but that looked weird. It's probably how it's supposed to look, but it just feels a bit weird. Right, this feels a little bit faster. Is this 60 frames? Where the other is 30 frames, it could have been. Because this feels better. But it seems like this also is... it's just locking it to a 60 frame container. So a game that is running at 30 frames is gonna just get frame doubling. You get better latency and stuff like that, so nothing particularly bad. And then if the game supports 60, it runs at that, because this feels better than the previous one, smoother and everything. The problem by that is that if I were to use frame gen, it wouldn't give me the best proper frame gens for the other titles. But that's a minor deal, it's not gonna be a problem for anyone, but again, this is a thing. If you had the ROM, you could tweak that. You could make the game out to 30 frames if it's 30 frames, if it's 60, up to 60. It seems to always be locked to 60 here, no matter what. And I don't know if that's how the original games did it or not, or if it is just... Hello? There we go. Default, the emulator setting and stuff like that, but again... Walk the frick. Okay, I have to press just up there. Can I... Oh, I can. Okay. This is definitely the smoothest feeling, but I don't know, the graphic style here doesn't really... Doesn't have the same oomph as like the first ones. But then again, I don't have the nostalgia, because I don't know, these games never... Like, they never really caught me in how they played and felt. I think the first one is like the one that I probably could try to maybe do like stream and just give a go sometime. Yeah, I don't know, I never really know what it is, but there is something about this game that just never really got my attention. I did play, you know, did definitely play at least one maybe 2 or 3 a little bit, when they were kind of like in the somewhere under the 90s. The closest that I've come to like a not Metroidvania, Castlevania game and loved is, I believe, Infernax, that, you know, when I play here right now, I definitely feel the love that game had for the Castlevania series. But this just doesn't. It feels a bit clunky to me. Again, this is a personal... Oh, okay. It is a personal thing. It's not that this game is bad, it's just that it's just never really spoke to me, and I don't know, the graphic style here. Also, again, I just liked the first Castlevania graphic style a little bit more. I don't know, there's something that looks a little bit off with how this is. It could be emulator bugs or something, but it could just be the style of the games. I think it could be the fact that you stop when you hit, and the pace a little bit that just doesn't appeal to me, because I felt the same thing that like Ninja Gaiden never really spoke to me. Oh, that's how you get HP, right? Some of those. The hearts are your sub-weapons, alright. I'm thinking I'm just gonna trying here to play till I, like, die and then swap game. Okay, could not crouch. But again, very important to highlight that I haven't really had any like huge problems. That like the audio seems fine, performance seems to be as expected. Like the controls feels as they should, as I remember them. I don't feel this like extra rough input latency or anything like that. That seems bad. That's a hitbox and a half. Holy crap. Damn. That's a hitbox. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something about how it plays out. It's just... It doesn't really speak to me about these Castlevania games and the Ninja Gaiden games. I think Ninja Gaiden was more my style. It's a little bit quicker. But definitely, again, also a very brutal, difficult game. But I think we can probably swap games here. See what we do have here. Oh, is this the Super Nintendo version? Oh, remapping within the game and everything. Do I get back? Okay, with start buttons. Nope. Right. Isn't this one of the games that are really highly like favored or liked within the games series? Definitely interesting looking here. Alright, and we have to do this also because again there is no global settings. And Okay, there's no controller remapping. I guess that is because it's in the game. So they just didn't even bother giving you any extra remapping options here. Right, seems to be running. Okay, so now my back button remapping stuff is not working correctly for me. Oh well, let's just continue on here. Seems pretty smooth, but also something almost felt a little bit... Something with the scrolling felt interesting. I don't know what it is, but something with the scrolling feels... not smooth. Like the frame pacing feels a bit off here. I haven't tried this, you know, with any original emulator... Well, not original, but with any like emulators, and I don't know if this is the US version, American version, or how they are doing it. But something with the frame pacing feels a little bit weird, a bit off here, just like I had in another game. I think the previous one, the Dracula, was the one that just ran the smoothest. This definitely has the snappier feel to it with the attack and whip and everything here. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like something with how the frame pacing is a bit nauseating. It feels a bit weird. Hard to tell, but it doesn't feel like it should be this way. Okay. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, I see. Oops. Right, so can you drop down? Then you can... Oh, right, you can use your whip like that. Definitely badass music. Definitely the game that so far felt the nicest for me to play, and that's just... It's not... doesn't say that the... It's just that this is what I felt. Right. That this game just has then what feels nicest to me, not like it's okay. It's not like the other games was controlling bad, it's just that this game's by default just has a little bit nicer feel to it, and definitely loving the soundtrack here. Really, they did good with that. Oh, you can... Ooh, yeah, that jumping there felt... Ooh, nice. I can see why this might be the most loved. It feels the best just playing it so far. I think this is pretty long also, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely this is like the one that's kind of grabbing my attention the most so far. Man, this is just really badass soundtrack there. But this is so far definitely the one that kind of like, okay, maybe sometimes in the future give this a little bit of a more of a solid go. Oh. Okay. I know, like, I'm a pure new when it comes to these games here in series again in so many ways. So I have no idea you could do that really. I've seen it like on awesome games like these game marathons. How do I use my... Oh, okay. Left button. Huh. Oh, you can... Okay. Will this hurt? Okay, it will... Oh. Oh, damn. It's still, you know, it has game mechanics that I might not be the most personally liking, but this is definitely the D game in the series so far that just felt, huh, very interesting. Oh, so that people do really like this. Dislike the most and everything. I can definitely see that. I'm about to die and I'm gonna switch game then. Yep. Right, I wanna switch game here. This is just a quick look and everything. But it feels like something is off with the frame pacing. When I'm scrolling like this, it doesn't feel like it has a smoothness to it. The smoothness that it should have. Something just feels off. I'm gonna have to try, if I remember it, just see if we maybe can get an emulator going here. And just scroll the screen, because something feels off there. Hard to pinpoint it, but it's something that does feel a little bit off. 1989. Or... Is that Game Boy or Great Britain? Game Boy it looks like, alright. Damn, Game Boy was released that far back? Okay. And again, let's see. Here you have controls that you can remap. Dot matrix, what the hell is that? Color filter. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to try this one in games just quickly to see how they look. Ready, set, go! Okay. Oh god. Let me quickly... Yeah, they are locking everything to 60 frame per second container. For good and bad. Oh god. Oh wow, this is like tearing and... I'm sorry. I'm pretty certain this could be done better in an emulator. This feels really terrible. In every kind of way. It's just flickering, it's... Audio is good though, but... Okay, let's try... Dot matrix. Oh, oops. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, it's like flickering, looking like it's tearing. I'm pretty certain that it feels like this is not how like a proper Game Boy emulator could probably do a lot better than that. Maybe I'm wrong, but... And I'm not talking about the game being slow, because, you know, that's unfortunately part of the Game Boy, but it's just... the entire image seems off here with how it updates. Oh, this is timed, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't care how good or accurate of this is. With all the flickering and how it kind of like almost like updating, tearing wise, this is an awful gaming experience. Again, I would have to like either try like the original hardware or like just a more proper emulator to see if it doesn't feel correctly. This feels like, hey, this is a bad gaming experience, and we are gonna get out. The previous one was a great gaming experience, except for some with the frame pacing off. I'm gonna try to get that in a proper emulator, just to see if it is this game, you know, collections problem, or if it is the game in general that just is that way. So, okay, this is another Game Boy game. Let's just very quickly, if it's gonna be as bad as the previous one, let's go pixel perfect. I really, it's kind of, yeah, it's rough to play. Like, it feels very rough to play. And I have had an original Game Boy. I know that the slowdown and everything is correctly, but the games that I remember playing did not have like the kind of flickering, kind of tearing update thing going on for it. Again, I don't know why it is, I don't know what it is, but something here feels not... It feels a little bit better than the previous, but... It just feels like everything is flickering when I'm moving here, and I don't know if it is due to my monitor, I don't know if it is due to this game just being like this, I don't know if it's due to how this is being emulated. But just looking at that platforming moving looks very unsettling, to be quite honest. Just feels like it is, and my character and everything just... Yeah, this is rough to play. I feel that if I keep playing this, I'm gonna get a headache, so I'm gonna just dip out again. Hey, I'm hoping it's just that's how the games are, but I feel that you could get it better with just better emulator. And that's again, it's just much nicer if you just could legally get these old classics game and run them. It's good that you have an official way, but it would be like if you could take this official ROM and just run it in whatever emulator that you choose to. Okay, so I'm guessing here is the same with the remapping. Okay, so you have remapping from within the game, so I'm gonna guess that we cannot remap here. Because it's, yeah, exactly, it's very limited settings wise. The best thing that so far that this kind of collection has added is just that it is simple. You have this very simple menu. Oh, you can save a replay. Okay, if you want to rewatch how you play, nice way to do it. You have also very easy save and load settings here that might not be as accessible to an UI in most emulators. So, you know, the unofficial version. So this is very nice. This is very easy to you know, to do and change, but you could just add more here. But I think that is the biggest strength, except for that you don't have a window mode or full screen toggle. It is that this is very simple. Just like the original games release, they were simple. They are simple to get in, simple to run. Just everything about it is very very simple, simplistic. But that also takes a little bit away of it. This feels like the fastest one so far. Okay, so you only have this one. This is a bad manual. I wanna see the original manual scanned in and read it through it. Unfortunately, but this feels like the snappiest game so far. I don't think that the audio is as good in this game as in Super Castlevania or Castlevania 4. I do enjoy the quick movement here. Was this for Game Boy Advance, or what system was this for? Seems to be running probably at 60 frames. Oh. So far, I feel definitely that... Okay. Super Castlevania or Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo is the strongest in this series. Oh god. Yeah, this is not my speaking to me here. Oh god. Okay, so I could... Oh. How did I do that? So I cannot hit straight up, but I can kind of do the diagonal. I'm dead here, and we're gonna swap to Kid Dracula. If you're a fan of the series and you just, yeah, okay, this did not speak to me. You just want a very simplistic way to just try these games, sure. But it's just for sale, you know, for €4, hell yeah, why not? But for paying 20? Paying €20, unless you have nostalgia for the games, you don't think you might probably not be worth it. I don't know. Could just be me. Magic power, jump, jump. Magic power. Alright, let's see, what is this? Kid Dracula! Oh, oh. Is this a Nintendo game? Ooh, ooh! Uh-huh. It does have good... Like, this has... Compared to some of the others, this seems to be scrolling good. I don't get the kind of headache thing. You do have the kind of flickering to the right side. That could be due to, if we do that. Yeah, because I'm using Pixel Perfect. Maybe that's been the problem, that I've used the Pixel Perfect in some... Oh, oop, oop. Oh! So maybe I should try to go back and try to switch from Pixel Perfect to see if the frame pacing when scrolling left and right goes away, because this... No, I wanna know if I would... Okay, no, you still have that with the screen scrolling to the left and right. Okay. Okay, good to know. So it's not due to that. No. Okay, it seems like I got some frame pacing problem now. Is it a switch back? Yeah, come on. It felt like it ran smoother. Now it runs smoother again. Now the frame pacing seems fine. If I switch this, something is really interesting. Hard to explain. Yeah, this feels very weird compared to the other games. So I wanna ask. We're gonna try something. I need to know. I'm gonna close this one down. I just need to know how a more matured emulator is going to fare against these games here. So I'm gonna close this one down. Can I go with... Come on. Oh, right. That's... that. How are you going to work? Mednafen. Right. We have... Super Castlevania. I'm very curious into that. Super Super Castlevania 4. Here we go. Don't worry, we're gonna capture it. That's a bit louder. Let's turn down the volume. Right, so this is now running to my more nicer emulator, right? I have access to quick saving, I have access to, you can see here I'm using different filters here. We have the Steam overlay working nicely here to remap. You can also remap from within the emulator itself, and this is just one of many emulators. But I'm curious about the performance. Right. So yeah, just out off the bat, I feel that this filter make it nicer. It still feels like the scrolling is the same. The scrolling to left and right is the same. The scrolling left and right is the same. So that's right. Feel the sound emulation here feels just as nice and good. Okay. But I was mostly curious was about the scrolling. Oh, right, you have to... Okay. But yeah, I'm very curious about maybe doing a proper just let's try for an hour of this game or streaming or something. This definitely seemed the most interesting just from gaming wise and everything. But yeah, the scrolling left and right seems to be pretty much the same. Maybe a slight better in this emulator, hard to tell. No, it doesn't. Really, there's not a huge difference there. This is running it in a 60 frames here. This seems to actually be more lightweight than the official Konami kind of emulator way here. There you can see my quick... I have a quick thing there. And I can do this. Very nice quick saving here, so it just... And again, this is just... You have so much more options, so unless you want the simplicity that the official is bringing to you, like, you won't get anything. Yeah, you don't really get anything extra from the official Konami Anniversary Collection. It's pretty much just the simplicity. You don't get better performance, you don't get more options or customization. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to verify, but okay, they run the same. It seems like they are having the same scrolling. They scroll the same. There definitely is something with how it scrolls that feels a little bit unsmooth here. Could just be me, but it feels not smooth. And it could be just how the game and everything is working. Obviously that is very difficult to tell. It could also just be it could be emulated, it could be game related, it could be refresh related and everything. That is something I might do, a more of a longer test of just Super Castlevania 4. And then I could try to see if I could get some smoother scrolling going. I could use lossless scaling to get 120 frames and stuff like that. That could be really helpful. Yeah, blah 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 blah. All right. Well, that's it for this little test. It started off a bit weird with the Steam overlay just not working and being some other thing freezing, but ended up pretty interesting, pretty good. Like, for free here, it's nice to try, but if you don't have the nostalgic, I don't feel that, except for Super Castlevania 4, I don't really feel that the game's feeling modern or smooth like that. The first one is an interesting one for sure, maybe that. But Super Castlevania 4 definitely felt like, even here from this time standpoint, very interesting, fresh, graphics are alright for today's standard. For back then, really nice. Audio is just top notch there. The music soundtrack starts off with a banger. Controls, you still have the Castlevania controls. It's just part of the charm of the series. You love it, you hate it. It's just nothing more you can do about it. It doesn't make the games bad. It's just a different game mechanic. You have a fixed jump that you need to just adjust to. You have that if you use your whip when you are on the ground, you will stop as you do that. But if you're jumping, you can use it without it stopping your momentum. It's something to get used to, something to learn from. If you want an even more kind of fresher take on the kind of Castlevania-ish mechanic with a little bit of more Metroidvania style, I highly recommend you looking into Infernax. I had a blast with that game. It's amazing. It's not too long, not too short, anything like that. It's just a good sweet spot, has some good classic graphical style with a little bit of modern flair and stuff like that. But it has a lot of familiarities with these Castlevania games. You really feel that they took a lot from those and put it into Infernax. So if you're maybe not loving this, you might still enjoy Infernax. Infernax was not a perfect game. Yes, I'm sure these are not perfect games, but they felt both Super Castlevania 4 and Infernax. Infernax, I know it's a super solid game, and Super Castlevania 4, that it's a loved game. I just feel that from the start here, I can tell that I'm very curious to trying more of it. But yeah, going for this anniversary collection, it's not really bad. But I'm curious if the Game Boy ones, they were really terrible to play. There was just huge flickering amount and stuff like that. And I'm just like, couldn't we have done more in this? Like, what really, like, if except for just being kind of simplistic, simple menus, limited options and stuff like that, couldn't we have added something more? Is it impossible to made something like it's just a very, very dumbed down emulator of a few of the games, and coming from a big studio, and they have access to all of the source code and everything like that. Like, isn't there something more we could have added? Some more filtering, more like full screen toggling, upscaling options. Is impossible to maybe make them run better, like yeah, I don't know, it felt a little bit lacklusting in that way to me. But again, if you have the nice nostalgia, you just want a very easy, accessible way to try these classic games or something like that, and you can grab it on sale, and it's been free here on Epic Games, so maybe you got it then, and like even on sale, €4 for a few hours of just why not on an evening there, more than well worth it. And I don't know if the other collections that they have released, if they are more tweaked, more better, offer more options, but it's just, yeah, the biggest problem with this is definitely like you don't have like a full screen or window mode toggle. You have to press Alt Enter for that. There's no like global settings. Why could you just not give me like a global full screen window mode, global pixel perfect 4:3, global, have the cover art on the side, like from the start menu, like as a global thing, so I don't have to go in and tweak that in every single game here. It's a minor thing, but it's just, why not? What is stopping that? That could not have been such a game breaking thing to add. But yeah, thanks for watching this. It's a very quick peek looking at it, trying it, and doing just a few very minor look at the individual games. And it might be a longer look at Super Castlevania 4. I'm interested to see how, like, playing like an hour or so of it, if it would pique my interest more, if it would be mechanics like, oh well, a cool game, but I don't think I want to dig into it. It really piqued my interest, that one. So that might be coming up, so you might want to follow or check back the channel if you're interested into that or other just game demos and videos, let's try and video game related stuff and other related to gaming mostly here. Follow, check back. You can leave a like, you can leave a comment. You can check out this yourself if you want to do that. Again, on sale. I'm sure it's gonna be on sale on a regularly. Then €4, why not? It's like a bag of candy. So it's like nothing, but yeah, I definitely feel that when it comes to the older games here, they can do more. They really can. This feels a little bit like, okay, we pick a good emulators as open source we get, we tweak a little bit, toss our own little UI, and then we cash in. And it's I really wish that it would be nice if we could just get, hey, you can get these ROMs here, you can collect and have them in like a good, maybe online store backed up cloud here to Steam or something like that, so you have access to them. You don't have to manually back everything up, but you just, I have them here, I can get them, and then I can choose to run this nice little barebone official emulator, or I can get a standalone that just adds a little bit extra stuff but doesn't have this easy UI. It might be a little bit more tinkering. But yeah, that is really something I wish that we could see, but it's probably something that will never ever happen, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it for this video. Again, thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye for this time.